The I Ching's Wealth Wisdom, From Ancient Insights to Modern Financial Freedom. Chapter 2, Con Gen, Overcoming Fear, Investing and Emotional Money Habits. Con, Water, Navigating Risk and the Psychology of Investing. Con is the hexagram of water to broken lines surrounding a solid line. Like a river flowing between the banks, it represents risk, the unknown, and the ebb and flow of life. Con doesn't tell us to avoid risk, it tells us to understand it. In the context of wealth, con is deeply tied to investing because investing, like a river, can be calm one day and turbulent the next. It requires us to navigate uncertainty with courage and presence, rather than fear. Con's energy is about flow. A river doesn't fight the current, it adapts to it. Similarly, con teaches us that trying to control every aspect of investing or life is futile. Instead, we need to learn to read the current to understand our risk tolerance, to diversify our investments, and to stay calm when the market fluctuates. Con also reminds us that risk is not the enemy of wealth. It's the catalyst. Without taking calculated risks, we can't grow our money, we can only keep it stagnant, slowly losing value to inflation. But con isn't about reckless risk-taking. It's about swimming with the current, not against it. It's about doing your research, trusting your intuition, and accepting that there will be ups and downs. The solid line in the middle of con represents our inner strength, courage to stay grounded even when the water gets rough. Real story. Emma, 36, was terrified of investing. She'd grown up watching her parents lose their life savings in the 2008 recession. They'd put all their money in a single stock, convinced it was a sure thing, and lost everything. After that, her parents never invested again. They kept all their money in a savings account, earning next to nothing. Emma inherited their fear. She had $50,000 in savings, but she'd never invested a penny. "I'd rather be safe than sorry," she told her partner, Mike, who was always talking about his retirement portfolio. "The stock market is just gambling. I don't want to lose my money." But in 2023, Emma turned 36, and she started thinking about retirement. She did the math. If she kept her money in a savings account earning 0.5% interest, she'd have around $70,000 by the time she was 50, not nearly enough to retire on. Mike, who'd been investing for years and had seen his portfolio grow steadily, suggested she try I Ching. "Ask about investing," he said. "Maybe it will help you see it differently." Emma was skeptical, but she was also desperate. She pulled out a free I Ching app on her phone, asked, "Should I start investing?" and cast a hexagram. She got con. Curious, she looked up con's meaning. One line stood out: perseverance brings good fortune. Do not sink into despair. The river flows forward. She also remembered a friend, Lily, who was a financial planner and studied the I Ching. She texted Lily, "I got con when I asked about investing." "What does that mean?" Lily invited her over for tea. "Con is water," she explained. "Think about a river. It has calm stretches and rapids, but it always flows forward. Investing is the same. There will be market crashes and downturns, but over the long term, the market tends to go up. Your parents' mistake wasn't investing, it was putting all their eggs in one basket." Con is about navigating risk, not avoiding it. You can learn to raft the rapids. Emma just need to learn how. Lily helped Emma break down con's wisdom into practical steps. First, she taught Emma about risk tolerance. You're not a gambler, and that's a good thing. We'll start with low-risk investments, index funds, which are diversified across hundreds of stocks. That way, if one company fails, it won't take your whole portfolio down. Second, she emphasized education. Con is about understanding the current. Before you invest a dime, learn the basics, read books, take an online course, follow financial experts who explain things in simple terms. The more you know, the less scary it will be. Third, she encouraged small, consistent steps. You don't have to invest all $50,000 at once. Start with $100 a month. Get comfortable with the process, and then increase it as you gain confidence. Con is about flow, not force. Emma took Lily's advice. She signed up for a free online course on investing for beginners. Read The Simple Path to Wealth by J.L. Collins, and started following financial educators on Instagram who shared easy-to-understand tips. She opened an investment account with a low-cost brokerage firm and set up automatic monthly investments of $100 into a total stock market index fund. At first, every time the market dropped, Emma panicked. She'd log into her account, see her balance go down, and want to sell everything, but she'd remember con, the river flows forward. She'd call Lily, who would remind her, "You're investing for the long term. This downturn is just a rapid, it will pass." Over time, Emma's panic faded. She stopped checking her account every day and started checking it once a quarter. She increased her monthly investment to $300, then $500. After 2 years, Her portfolio had grown by 12%, far more than she would have earned in a savings account. I still get nervous when the market dips, Emma says, but Khan taught me that fear of risk is riskier than the risk itself. If I'd stayed in that savings account, I'd be stuck. My money would be losing value to inflation. No, I'm moving forward. I'm building wealth for my future, and it feels empowering. How to use Khan in your life. Start small. Learn big. If you're afraid of investing or any money risk, ask yourself, what's the smallest, safest step I can take to learn more? It could be reading a book like I Will Teach You to Be Rich by Ranat Sethi, listening to a podcast about investing, or talking to a financial advisor who specializes in working with beginners. Diversify your river. Just as a river has multiple channels, diversify your investments. Don't put all your money in one stock, one industry, or one asset class. Invest in a mix of stocks, bonds, and index funds to spread out risk. Focus on the long term. Khan is about flow, not instant results. Investing is a decades-long game. Don't get caught up in short-term market fluctuations. Instead, focus on your long-term goals: retirement, buying a home, sending your kids to college. Trust your inner strength. The solid line in Khan represents your inner courage. When fear creeps in, remind yourself of how far you've come. You've educated yourself, you've made a plan, and you're taking consistent action. Trust that you have the strength to navigate the rapids. Jen Mountain, stopping anxiety and building emotional stability. Jen is the hexagram of the mound, solid lines stacked on top of each other. Like a mountain standing firm, it represents stopping, grounding yourself, and letting go of anxiety. Jen reminds us that our emotions have a huge impact on our money decisions. If we're stressed, we're more likely to overspend, avoid budgeting, or make impulsive investments. Jen is about hitting pause and making decisions from a place of calm, not chaos. In nature, a mountain is unshakable. It doesn't react to storms or changing weather, it just is. Similarly, Jen invites us to be like a mountain, to stay grounded in the present moment, to observe our emotions without being swept away by them, and to make money decisions based on logic and values, not fear or greed. Jen's energy is about stopping at the right time. It's not about inaction. It's about intentional pausing. Before you make a big money decision, buying a car, quitting your job, investing a large sum, Jen asks you to stop, breathe, and ask yourself, is this decision based on my long-term goals or my current emotions? Real story. Tyler's emotional spending. Tyler, 29, was an emotional spender. He worked as a software developer, making a good salary, but he could never seem to save any money. Every time he had a bad day at work, a fight with his boss, a project that went wrong, he'd order takeout from his favorite sushi restaurant, which cost $50 a meal, and buy a new video game or a pair of sneakers online. Every time he felt lonely, his friends were all in relationships, and he was single, he'd book a last-minute weekend trip or splurge on a fancy dinner for one. It made me feel better in the moment. He says, like, I'm having a terrible week, but at least I have this new gamma divided by sushi divided by trip. But then I check my bank account on Monday morning and feel worse, guilty, ashamed, like I was out of control. By the end of 2022, Tyler had $5,000 in credit card debt, and he was tired of the cycle. He tried budgeting before, but he'd always give in to the urge to spend when he felt emotional. He stumbled on an article about the I Ching and Jen, and something clicked. Jen is about stopping anxiety. The article said, it's about hitting pause before you act on your emotions. Tyler decided to try Jen's wisdom. He created a Jen ritual for when he felt the urge to spend. 1. Stop. As soon as he felt the impulse to buy something or order takeout, he'd close his laptop or put down his phone. No more one-click purchases. 2. Breathe. He'd take 5 deep breaths, in through his nose and out through his mouth. This helped calm his nervous system and create space between the emotion and the action. 3. Reflect. He'd ask himself 3 questions. Am I buying this because I need it, or because I'm upset? Divided by lonely, divided by bored. What do I really need right now? Is there a cheaper or free way to get fat? 4. Act. If he realized he was spending to numb an emotion, he'd do something else instead. Call a friend, go for a walk, play guitar, a hobby he'd abandoned, or meditate. At first, it was hard. He'd feel the urge to splurge, and his mind would scream, just do it. It's only $50, but he stuck to his Jen ritual. He also started a joy jar. Every time he resisted the urge to spend, he'd put $5 in a jar. At the end of the month, he used the money to do something he loved that didn't involve mindless spending. Hike in the mountains, go to a concert, or have a movie night with friends. Slowly, Tyler's emotional relationship with money changed. He started to notice patterns. He spent the most when he felt unappreciated at work or lonely. Instead of numbing those feelings with money, he started addressing them. He had a conversation with his boss about his workload, which led to more recognition and less stress. He joined a hiking club, which helped him make new friends and feel less lonely. After 6 months, Tyler had paid off his credit card debt. He started saving $1,000 a month, something he never thought possible. Jin taught me that I was spending money to fill a void. Tyler says, I was using sushi and sneakers to feel happy, but it was only temporary. Now, I feel that void with things that don't cost anything, like time outside, hanging out with people I care about, or playing guitar. My bank account is healthier, and so am I. Emotional stability is the foundation of financial stability. That's what Jin taught me. How to use Jin in your life. Create a pause ritual. If you're tempted to make an impulsive money decision, overspending, selling investments when the market drops, quitting your job in a fit of anger, hit pause. Create a ritual that works for you. Breathing, walking, journaling, and use it every time you feel the urge to act on emotion. Name your emotions. Jin is about awareness. When you feel the urge to spend or make a risky decision, ask yourself, what am I feeling right now? Anger, loneliness, fear, shame. Naming the emotion takes away its power. Find free joy. Emotional spending often comes from a desire to feel happy or fulfilled. Make a list of things that bring you joy for free reading, hiking, spending time with loved ones, gardening, and turn to that list when you're feeling emotional. Ground yourself in the present when anxiety about money creeps in. Will I have enough for retirement? What if I lose my job? Use Jin's mountain energy to ground yourself. Focus on the present moment, what you can control right now. For example, if you're worried about retirement, you can start saving $50 a month today. If you're worried about job loss, you can update your resume or build your network. Focus on small, present actions, not future fears.
本音频由魔音工坊 AI 生成，